also meeting and, of course, speaking against graft, just weighing in on the issue of graft and how it is being fought in the country currently. Our reporter Shadrach Miti has details of what they said or are saying. He now joins us live with an update. Shadrach, good afternoon. What are the young parliamentarians saying?
Well, good afternoon, Akisa. It will be right to say that it has been an eventful day here at Hotel Intercontinental since morning when the Young Parliamentarian Association of Kenya was meeting here involving a group of youth leaders drawn from across the country and representing different organizations. And the key issues that were being handled here were just looking at how graft can be handled and beaten, and what can be done to ensure that youth are involved in the general development of the country. And so just to get the gist of what has been happening here, we are joined by Mr. Anthony. Mr. Anthony is the secretary to the Young Parliamentarian Association Secretariat. And so, sir, welcome to KTN News, and tell us, why are you converging here and what do you intend to achieve at the end of it?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I must say that today, youth organizations, particularly their leadership, I'm talking about at the level of the CEO, political party, youth leagues leadership, have converged here, and they're meeting with the young members of parliament to, among other issues, discuss very pertinent issues that are affecting our country, and particularly the youth. You realize that in the recent past, the youths have been victims of various issues, from corruption-related scams to even just generally how they are handled and their issues are handled within the country, including appointments. So the young leaders felt like they needed to engage and seek intervention from the young members of parliament. This parliament, the 12th parliament, has a record of 45 members of parliament who are below 35. So the young leaders believe and feel like these individuals have capacity to spearhead their issues within parliament and have them adequately addressed. So essentially this gathering is supposed to debate and try and create a proper harmonized understanding on what exactly are the issues. If you're talking about corruption, what exactly are the young people asking? Are they just interested in prosecution, or should we start discussing issues of how do we recover the money that has been lost to corruption that should actually be benefiting the young people of our country? So this meeting is essentially to put together the minds of the young leaders from parliament and across board to be able to sort of create a very concerted approach in addressing challenges facing the young people.
Well, concerted efforts. And just besides Anthony, there's another youth who is going to tell us. Please, sir, tell us your name and what are you doing here, and what do you intend to achieve now that corruption seems to have even brought in its wing, under its wings, even the youth?
Yeah, my name is Benson Musungu. I'm the National Youth Coordinator for ODM Party. We are here today because there is a problem, really. When you look at the youth and how the government is treating the youth, it's really bad. Losing that amount, over 9 billion Kenya money, to just cartels, really, and money that should develop the youths of this country, it is a sad story. If you look at the development, the appointments of the president the other time, we are looking at the youth that we control. We are the people who vote in this country. But when you look, when we come to a point when there is now the cake, the sharing of the cake, we are nowhere. That is why we are here today, to talk about it and know what is the way forward. How are we going to ensure that the youth that are taking part in voting, they are just not machines, but they are there, they take part in voting, and again, they are part of the cake. They are part of these appointments. You see, you can imagine all these retirees that have been brought in, again, to serve in boards. Are we telling the youth that, oh, you cannot make it? You went to school for nothing? That is why we have met and we've said that we want to sit and talk about it, see what is the best way forward, what is the amicable way to tell the government that we want the monies that are set out aside for the youths to go to the rightful use, and to ensure that it makes sense to the youths on the grassroots. Two, to ensure that all the youths that are there, we take part in decision-making of this country, because we are the leaders of today and tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Akisa, those are some of the issues that are being discussed. You remember earlier on we had a very elaborate engagement with the young parliamentarians, but now they had to leave because they had other engagements. And so we are here keeping tabs on what is going on, and we shall be telling our viewers exactly how the meeting ends. But basically, they are looking at how to beat corruption. Back to you, Akisa.
Definitely, we will be expecting more details there from my colleague Shadrach Meeti, who's covering that for us. I want us to quickly